Hey, what's up everybody? Anthony Armstrong here, and I want to take a look at the February market statistics, the trends that have been going on here in the DFW market, more specifically in three areas: McKinney, Frisco, and Little Elm. Those are areas that I'm right near, and it's just good to see the slightly different price points, what you get in those areas. So let's take a look and dive on in. Perfect. So right now I have it on the average sales price in McKinney, Frisco, and Little Elm. So as you can see, this is just going past the past 3 years. A lot of up and down, but generally it's been hanging right around above and below the 350 mark until about February 2020. Things started kind of take off on price and go up from there. So as we sit today, February 2021, McKinney at 434, 585, Frisco's at 567, 915, and then you got Little Elm at 335, 519, and they're both up. All three of those are up from their January 2021 numbers as well. So you can see the market's picking up steam. This has obviously been a weird last year or so. So things are going a little bit different, not how they normally would go. The normal market cycle down here ends up being very, very much wrapped around the school schedules. Basically, you get out of school, you see a lot of sales happen over the summer, then they kind of taper down once school gets back in session. So let's continue to look on a few of these statistics here. All right, so going from the average sales price, as you can see, 567 over there in Frisco, almost 568, 336 or so. Let's round up, 435 in McKinney. Now let's go and change over to days on market. Now, days on market is a big statistic that's going to tell you if you're in a buyer's market or if you're in a seller's market or if you're in a neutral market. A neutral market starting there is generally something between 5 to 7 months. Haven't seen that in the Dallas area in a while. I've been in the real estate business. This is my 7th year, so I have never seen it happen where homes sit that long. Now, when I bought my house, I want to say that they were home sitting for that while, for that long, and I think that was about 8 years ago or so. 8 years ago this May. So that's one thing to see. I like to look at days on market. This is median. I'm going to change to average, but I went back 10 years. So I want you just to kind of see. Way back 10 years ago, January 2011, you were looking at McKinney taking 100 days. Frisco right under 100. Everything was between 80 and 100 days or so to sell a house. That's a little over 3 months, right? A little over 3 months. If you fast forward to today, you're looking at February being 19 days in McKinney, 36 in Frisco, and 24 in Little Elm. That is insanely fast. Mind you, this is going across all property types, all price ranges, new construction and resale existing properties. So it's a big change, it's a big difference, but it's just something to look at. Now, I went down to 1 year. Like I said, Frisco is sitting at just over a month, Little Elm just under a month, McKinney is 19 days on market. But let's just look at resale. Let's say you don't want to wait on a new construction home. Resale in these three areas, you're still 25 days in Frisco, 11 and 10 in McKinney and Little Elm. So that tells me, one, if you're a home buyer, there are not a lot of home buyers that are trying to wait for a house. If they can find one that's ready, it looks like they're trying to jump on that and get into something ASAP. In some other areas, you see Frisco, 25 days on market. That's not a long time in the grand scheme of things. There's probably a little bit more inventory, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. So let's just switch over to month supply. This is month supply. I'm going to go to homes for sale first. So Frisco has 126 homes for sale. Resale homes for sale, okay? All construction types, there are still about 175. McKinney has 216. Little Elm's at 84. This includes, like I said, new construction and resale. But if we just focus only on resale, there's 51 homes for sale in Little Elm, 126 in Frisco as of February, and 142 in McKinney. We will take a look at the MLS itself and see what's been going on in the past 24 hours in McKinney and Frisco. We'll do that shortly. So inventory of homes on sale, there's very few homes on the market. All right, so if we remember, if you go into a store and there's nothing there, it's very, very limited. Supply is low, demand is high. That's going to make you be in a seller's market. Generally, when we start talking about days on market and month supply, I'm kind of jumping around. Month supply is half a month. It means it's going to take about 2 weeks to sell everything that's on the market right now if no other home hits the market. If you're in numbers like that, especially if you're under 3 months, you're in a strong seller's market. Okay, so I mean, sellers are going to sell houses at the prices they want to, and they're going to get the price that they want. Generally, right? And obviously, yes, there's still things that are going to go up and down. You still want to make sure that you price the house appropriately. You still want to make sure that you take, do due diligence and still present the home the correct way. Don't just assume that you stick a sign in the yard that you're going to get it sold. You still want to make sure you do things the right way. So just going back on month supply, just take it back to 3 years. As you can see, now remember what I told you before, January is the beginning of the year. Obviously, it's going to be a lower point. It works its way up. In January 2018, Frisco was just under 2 months. So everything was under 2 months of inventory. As it works its way up, March, April, May, school starts to get out. You peak in June. That's pretty common. That's what I've seen over the past 5 some odd years as I've been in this game. Peaks in June, more homes hit the market. Therefore, the inventory is higher. 4 months, 3 months, 3.2 months, as you can see just right over there on the graph. Sliding it on over, it starts to work its way back down. October trickles down. December is the low point, but it's still higher than what it was in January. Still, once again, working up in 2019. You can see June being the high point. Trickles its way back down, finishes down in December, and then it kind of worked its way back up in May. But this is inventory now. People weren't moving as much last year. And so since there weren't anywhere near as many people moving as there were, let's go to homes for sale, look over the same exact time frame. All right. So January 2018, let's skip over a little bit. Let's go to here. The top of June. All right. Top of June 2019, 900 homes in Frisco. All right. Little Elm has always been lower. It's a smaller community, so there's not as much stuff over there, not as much land, I should say. But still, 300 homes for sale, 885 in McKinney. It starts trickling itself down. December, get around the holidays. A lot of people say, hey, we're going to get through the holidays, not going to sell the house now. Inventory would pick back up. It was doing like normal in May, but as you can see, people were not selling as many houses and listing them as much in 2020 for obvious reasons. Let's see here. All right. All right, so that is that. We're going to go and actually switch it up. I am going to take it to the MLS page here. All right, so just want to jump in the MLS. I want to go. I have a little hot sheet that I always take a look at. I want to see what's happening residentially in McKinney and Frisco specifically. All right, so the good thing about this is you get to know, I want to know what's hitting the market. I want to know what is, what's new, what's coming in. Right now, that's 140 new listings. They only let me do 100 a page. So 140 new listings across all these different property types. So if I have a client that's looking for something, I can go in and kind of dig in and see what's there. But it's also good to see that people are still moving. As I look at the market watch right here, 695 new listings across the entire MLS. We still had 431 that were sold in the past 24 hours. An active option contract, that means that people are looking. They're still getting homes under contract, 243. So there are another almost 700 properties that got put into the MLS in the past 24 hours, which is a great thing for the inventory. As you know, we went back and we started talking about how many homes are for sale. There are not very many homes for sale. So we need to make sure we can get more inventory. That's going to help alleviate some of the pressure on some of these prices here. It's going to alleviate having so many multiple offers. But hey, you know what? That's how this market is right now. My biggest tip for success, if you're in this market, is preparation. Preparation, have plans in place to know what you plan to do. If you're selling your house, you got to have a place to go to. If you're trying to buy a house, you have to make sure you time this thing right. Because you could be in a multiple offer situation for a while, but you don't want to be in there. But it'll be okay. It happens. It's a competitive market. But if you're prepared, you take care of your business, you'll be all good. All right, folks, lastly, go ahead and make yourself familiar with my website, agentarmstrong.realtor. One great thing about it, you can go to the homes for sale section. You can actually search for properties, and everything is connected to the MLS. So what does that mean? The stuff that I just showed you, that homes that realtors put into these systems, it's connected to this website. So wherever you're looking for, let's say you're looking for a house in McKinney, right? Say you're looking for a home in McKinney, let's say you're going a $900,000 price range and you're looking for a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home. All right, let's take a look and see what pops up in McKinney. Hey, there's a few options right here, okay? So this is something that you can do. It's all connected to the MLS. You'll see the real things that are there, and then you'll be able to actually know that it's only going to go to one person. It's not going to go out to random people trying to help you find this house. So make yourself familiar. I got a blog section over here. Find out what your home's value is and learn a little bit about me. Appreciate you guys taking the time to take a look at these market statistics. If you need a little bit more information or maybe you want to know what your home's value is, reach out to me. You can go to my website and get that handled, or you can just send me a message, email me. Contact information is in the link below. Talk to you guys later. See you on the next one.